Hi everybody. So this weekend I had some new acquisitions. I was at I had a couple of tables at a train show. I'm going to save the thing I got at the train show for the end of the video. But I have some mail order stuff that showed up. First here is the Collectors Club M10,000. Also, I was able to get the bedding car that comes with it. It has Rail Sounds Odyssey system. I've always liked this style engine with the vestibules. And this guy is a great runner. Smokes. Has all the features that I think you'd want in a train, and it really looks sharp going around. So there's the back end of it. Lionel does make a display case for it, but the display case is only good for 2 cars. So because of that, they do include an extra vestibule so that you can put it on the track in the case. So we'll go ahead and start her up and send this guy around the track and move on to the next item. Bell. People inside. Let me turn the bell off. Next item, I've been building slowly but surely the rock chain. So I think I'd mentioned this earlier, but I finally got enough cars to actually make the train. So I have the MPC Era powered and non-powered unit. This is a K-line container car. The Lionel box car. MTH car loader with, yes, look at this, Tucker automobiles, and a scale hopper car, and the rock caboose. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take this one off the track and get the buy of the day. And I'm a little excited about the next one. Okay, so here's the story. It's the end of the show, and at the very beginning of the show, I noticed a gentleman had a custom painted set of Florida East Coast F3s with custom painted to match aluminum passenger cars, and they were absolutely stunning. And this is Florida, so you would have a lot more interest down here in that particular road name, and the way these cars were done was outstanding, and I really wanted them. I ended up not getting them because he had another custom set that he didn't bring to the show that was a double A with the dual motor frames. And the one he had at the show was based off the 2373s with a single motor, and there was no way that was going to pull all the passenger cars. So he's holding the double A's with the dual motors and the passenger cars for me, and I will do a video on those when I finally take possession of those. So I left that table, and the show progressed, and I figure I'll make that final round. And I'm going around, and another table had an ABA set of those engines. And here's a custom set, custom paint, never saw them before, and two people actually had them at the show. They were actually made by a guy in Lantana who's passed away quite some time ago, but two of those showed up at the same show. And I look up and I see a single F3 sitting on the table, and I was asking questions about it, and I thought it was NPC. He goes, "No, these are my 2333s. The original, they were his dad's. He's the original owner, one owner, and I've never seen a set of 2333s this clean. I almost was sure they were a repaint, and I looked and looked, and lo and behold, no, they were not." And I go, "Well, you only have the one." He goes, "No, the other ones are in the boxes." So out come the boxes. Here is the other one. Again, the only thing that's been touched on either of them is somebody did replace just the center section of that nose. I guess that decal had fallen off, so that's not the original decal on there. But the paint, the silver, just outstanding on that. But here, look, it's hard enough to find a nice set of 2333s. But here we go. There's the T-unit box. Has the insert inside. Absolutely no water stains, no writing. There we go. So that was one box. And then again, here comes out the engine box. Perfect. Insert again inside. And if everybody knows, these were the 1948 with the large GM decal above the Lionel. They moved it to the door in the later years. What was funny is the other reason I thought that these cars were repainted is they had repro portholes. And he goes, "Oh, no, we put those, we don't want to lose the original ones," and he had them in an envelope. So I did switch the original ones back in. So yeah, we got original portholes. We got everything the way it should be on those. And he goes, "Yeah, my dad also got the B unit." So obviously they didn't make a B unit for these in 1948. You had to wait to 51 with the 2343s to get a screen top one. And here was the B unit again. And that also had the box. So that was my buy of the day. I'm pretty ecstatic about that. I'm going to go ahead and put the B unit on the track here, and we'll pick up. I'm getting ready to run them around. All right, here we go. So that's those. I did open the engine up. The only other thing that I saw in there is it had the correct horn in it, but if you heard that tone, that was a replacement horn, and I need to adjust that down a little bit. That's a little too high for my liking, but inside, no battery damage, just as good as the outside, pretty ecstatic. So I did win a couple of items on Stout that I was surprised. I actually have two of the NPC, one the original NPC era, and one from the a little later in the late 90s. I have two more Hudsons coming, so we'll throw those on when they arrive. They were steals again. I have a prior video out there about how I buy from Stout, and it was pretty good. I was surprised I won them. Nobody else bidded on them. I have no idea why that happened. So layout wise, I'm still trying to make progress here. My latest is putting down more of the ground cover. Still got to work on some more roads here. Got to put down some more green grass, and I will get to that wiring right after that. So I'm going to cut it off here, and thanks for your guys' interest. Please like the video, leave any comments or any requests, and I'll see what I can incorporate into the future videos. Thank you, and have a good day.